Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I have a video for ink road stamps and I am going to be using that bonding powder and foil technique again, and I had a lot of fun creating this layout. It did take me quite a while though. So I'm using my stamp platform and I'm using the Hello Gorgeous stamp set here, and I'm also going to be using the die, and I am pressing that down really good. I wanted to do it on the stamp platform because it is such a big stamp, and I don't have a stamp block that is that big. So I'm putting that bonding powder over top of that, as you can see, and then I am going to hit it with a heat gun and then put the foil on and rub the foil. And it's the same technique. If you haven't seen my video from a couple videos back, definitely make sure you head over and check that out. I will try to link it in the description so you guys can get more of the actual technique, but it's the same thing. And I'm just hitting it with a heat gun again, and then you kind of let it cool down a little bit, rub it really good, and then peel it up, and the foil will be revealed. So it is a trial and error kind of thing. It's not perfect. If you had the big heat laminator machine thing, then it probably works a lot better, but this is just a lot more affordable way to get that foil look. So I think go over it a couple times. So you can see here there was a couple spots that didn't quite get it well, and all you have to do is just reheat that up and put the foil back on it, and it will make it look better, which I absolutely love. And actually I end up only using the Hello part, not the Gorgeous, because I'm going to die cut this out with the dies. So Ink Road now offers dies to some of the stamp sets, and this is one of the stamp sets that has a die, and I am in love with it. It's super pretty, and it's just so it's so pretty cut out. So now I got it to where I really, really like it. And here I am messing with the Gorgeous, and I still kept the Gorgeous because I could use it on something else, but I am going to die cut that off camera. So I have this piece of, it's not paper. I don't really know what it is. It's not fabric, but I guess it is paper, but it's thick, and you could see that texture on it. It's like bumpy and embossed or raised. I love the texture that it adds, and so I just put that on about half of the white cardstock, and then off camera I fussy cut some flowers out of a piece of paper that I had in my stash, and I'm going to use those with this really, really adorable picture of my daughter when she was 6 months old. She had the biggest head. She was a big-headed baby. I'm so glad that I did not have her naturally. She had to be a C-section because she was breech, and she was so big. She was almost 9 pounds. She was so big there was not enough room in my stomach for her to turn. So, but I'm kind of thankful that I had to have a C-section. But I just love this picture. We joke now, but she grew into her head, and she was bald until she was almost 3. I wanted a girl so bad when I was pregnant, and before I found out that I was having a girl. You know, I really, really wanted a girl. That's what I wanted. And to do her hair and make her hair pretty and put bows in her hair. And then I had a bald-headed baby for 3 years. So, yeah. But I still put little headbands and stuff on her. But these were her Easter pictures at 6 months old, I think. My mom and my dad went and had them done. So I started something here. I'm taking one of those tiny hearts from the Bloom Where You Are Planted stamp set, which is one of my most favorite stamp sets from Ink Road. It's one that I just constantly go back to. And I was just going to have some little hearts kind of coming out both sides here, pretty embossed with gold. I'm trying to bring that gold back in because the gold foil is in the title, it's in the flowers. I have the gold, I think it's ribbon that I'm going to put down the center. And so I was trying to bring in more of that gold. I want this to be an elegant layout with not a whole lot going on. I felt like the stamping, the fussy cutting, and the texture of the bottom was enough. for this photo, because the photo is quite big. I think it's bigger than a 4x6. I'm not sure what size it is. I did trim it down. I think it was a 5x7, but I did trim it down just a little bit. So yeah, I started with just those little stamps, and then it turned into the whole background. All of that white that you see now is going to be embossed hearts, and it took me forever. I am going to save some time though. I'm not going to do it all on camera, but you will see in the photos at the end that it is all stamped and embossed. You guys, it took me forever. Like, once I started, I was like, why did I do this? Why did I do this to myself? I don't know. But I really love the way that it looks. It's kind of like hand stitching. Sometimes you're like, you're in the middle of it and you're like, why did I do this to myself? But then in the end, when you're finished and you look at it and you're like, huh, this is why I did it, because it looks great. It's an added something that, you know, a sticker would not have done, or a die cut would not have given this look. So I challenge you. You guys know I love stamping out some backgrounds. It does take time. Trust me. I know it takes a lot of time. And actually that heart stamp might be from Bun Intended. Actually, yes, it is from Bun Intended. So the heart that I'm using is from Bun Intended. So yeah, I challenge you to create a background with your stamps. It's actually quite fun, and every single one will turn out differently. Even if you use the same stamps, it'll still look different in its own way. You can do it different with different colored inks. You can emboss with different color embossing powders. You could foil. I mean, there's a ton of ways to use up your stamps. So I challenge you to use your stamps to create a background for a layout. I love the way that they all turn out, and they're all unique and different, and you're not going to find something like this just on a piece of paper somewhere. So definitely try that. So I glued that down. I will say that in the video, the foil is not done justice because my lights kind of reflect off of that foil. So it's so pretty. I'm pulling in some little tiny tile letters from my stash. So the title is Hello Baby. Nothing super special. And here I go with this idea that, you know, this one just needs a little more. And then it just didn't stop. Then I just kept adding it. It did not stop. And yeah, I was in here and my husband was in the living room and he was like, what are you doing with your heat gun or heat tool or whatever? I was like, I started something and now I have to finish it. Like, you know, it took forever. I think it wouldn't have been so bad if I was just stamping it out, but with the embossing process, you know, yeah. So here we go. There it is. I'm not going to do all of it on camera, like I said, but that's pretty much it. You guys will see in the close-ups what it looks like. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up and do not forget to hit that subscribe button. Also, I will have Ink Road stamps linked below along with my coupon code. Thank you guys so much for watching, and don't forget to spread love and be kind. I hope that y'all have an amazing day. Bye.